Reconvene at 7:01 p.m. Let's do roll call, please.
Student trustee Rajan.
Present.
Student trustee Simpson.
Present.
Student trustee Magbilong.
Here.
Trustee Walker.
Present.
Trustee Gallegos.
Here.
Trustee Tejada.
Here.
Vice President Salahuddin. President Lee.
Here. All right, item number 8, approval of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda this evening?
There isn't a change. There is a change to the agenda. We are pulling the closed session item, the anticipated litigation case 2023-2024/. So we had no closed session.
Okay. Can I get an approval of the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Have the minutes from the meeting of September 5th, item number 9. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, since there was no closed session, nothing to report out, we will jump down to the board report. And we will begin with our student trustees. We'll start at the far end with Mr. Rajan.
Okay, awesome. So this week, Oceana is quite busy. On Thursday is our back to school night, and we have freshmen presenting their freshman orientation projects, which are little mini presentations about Oceana. It's a cool way for families and freshmen to learn more about Oceana. And then seniors are also there. Seniors also have to be present for Senior X and college help with that. And so that's on Thursday. And then additionally, Oceana is a big contributor to FogFest. So this entire week, we've been planning FogFest and how we can volunteer and help the Pacifica community.
Great, thank you. Ms. Simpson.
Yes. So Terra Nova, we are planning our homecoming rally and game, as well as the homecoming dance for next week. We've also had a lot of tablings today and yesterday and further in the week from different colleges in the Bay Area. So today we had like University of SF State, Skyline and such, as well as today we also had our Black Student Union, Asian Club and Women in STEM do a food sale after school for the Hawaiian wildfires.
Wow, fantastic. Trustee Matbilan.
So this week is my school is Jefferson's Spirit Week, and we'll be ending the week with our homecoming rally on Friday. We will have our homecoming dance on Saturday. Today's Spirit Day was Twin Day, where you and your friends all wear the same outfit. My friends and I, we all wore suits. Yesterday, Latinx Heritage Club had a little event at lunch where they played music. There was a lot of dancing. And they also made some arts and crafts.
Okay, thank you very much. Trustee Walker.
I have nothing to report.
All right. Trustee Gallegos.
All right. Nothing to report really, but I would like to recognize that it is National Hispanic Heritage Month. It was starting September 15th through October 15th. So that's just to recognize, a lot of the Hispanic culture and people in our community for the month, and then their contributions to our community and things like that. So just kind of want to give them a quick shout out, and then I also wanted to send my condolences to the Sands family over at Jefferson High School, and I know it's going to be pretty tough over there the next few days, weeks, months, who knows how long, but I do want to send my condolences out to the family. And also to, if there are any students listening, just to let them know that there is, wellness, counselors and help out there for people that are, trying to figure out how to grieve with losing a friend at school and stuff. So that's pretty much it.
Great. Thank you.
So I participated in the CRE training with the administrators, along with Trustee Salahuddin and Trustee Walker. And it was day one. It was pretty intense, but also liberating, I think. You had to speak your truth, and there was a lot of sharing. And there's a lot of learning because there's a lot I have to wrap my head around for ethnic studies, I think. And then also last night, I'm part of the board of the San Mateo County School Board Association. It was our first board of directors meeting. And it was good to get together with many trustees from different districts in the county and hear their viewpoints on things. We're different and we're similar. So trying to meet in a similar space is it's good practice.
Yes.
Let's say it's good practice. But I think we're going to have a great year.
I would concur, since I was at the same meeting. It was good to actually connect and network with fellow trustees from throughout the county and have a robust discussion about what the organization would like to do moving forward for this school year. Also, for me, I was able to help tour a couple of school districts that wanted to see 705 ceremony. We had the director of housing from Novato Unified, and we also had Soledad Unified come up with their team to tour on Wednesday and Thursday. So it was actually pretty cool to be able to do that. And on Thursday, being able to do that with Deputy Superintendent Van Rapphorst as well. So, and as is usual, they are more than impressed with the work that we've been able to do with that building, and maybe just a little bit jealous. And that is all.
Okay, thank you. So it's been a really busy, very full in many good ways, couple of weeks. We did last Wednesday, much of the school district had the day to do their mandated trainings because there's like 7 hours of trainings that they have to do. So most of the district was doing that. And then there was a group of sort of a group that ranged all people in the district that are belonging to the site's E-teams. So we have equity teams at each site, and we're working with Courageous Conversation to provide training and resources to those equity teams so that they can take the back work to their sites. So the teams are made up of administrators and teachers and classified staff and secretaries and van drivers and just everybody who makes up our district. And it was a really good day. So that was last Wednesday. I also attended the Daly City Colma Chamber Mixer on Thursday at Dave and Buster's, which I haven't been to since my child was younger. And I think I have to go back to their sites, air hockey. But it was really nice. Connected with people in the community. And then I headed over to Thornton's Family Night, which was really great. It was a lot of fun. There were lots of staff members and parents and students there. And I really enjoyed myself. We had this Saturday, then I presented at the Pacifica Democrats Club. And Andy and Rosie were there with me. Also, the new superintendent from Pacifica Elementary, Bernice Williams, was there. And it was a really a good morning. It was a nice group of people. I just shared it was very easy for me because we're doing lots of great stuff. So I talked about a lot of the educational things that we're doing, the equity efforts. I talked about employee housing and our plans for Ceremony Del Rey, our new district office and adult school building. So it was a good morning. And last night was our second student advisory meeting of the year. And my executive cabinet can tell you, I just said it's really like my favorite thing. It's like my favorite meeting because I enjoy our students. So they are a great group of young people. They have really good ideas. They're enthusiastic and thoughtful, and I'm thinking we're going to have a good year. That is it.
Thank you. And before we call up the AFD 1481, we'll go back if there are any board subcommittees to report out. And I will for facility subcommittee. We had a meeting last week and just to review the comments that came through on the draft EIR. Now, AFT 1481 report, Monica Casey.
Good evening. Last week we had an AFT 1481 executive board meeting, and we started something new, which is to report out, what a concept, to report out publicly, you know, some of the items that we feel needed to be reported out. So if and this is public information. If you go on the website, you can see what our report out is on the announcements page. And if you go to the district website for staff, it's in there, AFT 1481 website. I also just hearing about some of the items that we're working on in the district, some of the items that we have worked on in the district, such as the housing. I just want to remind everyone, because I don't hear it very often, is that the union really had a big hand in getting those items passed through with the voters. And so I just want to make sure that we keep saying that as well, because we've been partners, and I appreciate being partners in this district. Doesn't always work that way in past years, or who knows what the future will hold. And also in other districts, we don't have the, I don't see that partnership that I feel we have here. So I just wanted to bring that up because it's come up a couple of times. We have a lot of activities as far as union activities, such as the classified conferences coming up in October. So a few of us will be participating in that. So again, on the announcements page for members can go there and see what different activities are coming up, committees that do a lot of political work and such. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving on to consent agenda items. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. All right. Item 14, is there any public comment this evening?
No public comment.
Great. All right, so item 15A1, review board policy 6164.5, student success teams. Ms. Baca.
Good evening, President Lee. So Student Success Teams is a solution-oriented school site team that creates a plan for students who are showing difficulties in academics, attendance, behavior, and or social emotional development. This board policy before you is an update from the version approved in 2020 and highlights the inclusion of social and emotional difficulties when evaluating the needs of students and establishing interventions and using relevant data to inform the plan for improving student outcomes. So this item is for discussion this evening and will be submitted under consent for approval during the next meeting.
Are there any questions or comments with regards to policy 6164.5? Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Move on to item 16A1, approval of unaudited actuals for fiscal year 22-23. Roseanne Raphorst.
Thank you, President Lee. Good evening, everyone. So before you tonight is the unaudited actuals report. What this is the actual expenditures and revenue for the school district for the 22-23 school year. The reason we call it unaudited is because the auditors haven't had a chance to look at it yet. They'll look at it in the next few months and prepare a report for you in January. But we do need to file our unaudited actuals report with the County of San Mateo. And what is before you tonight is a recommendation to approve the financial statements and authorize the filing of these statements with the County Office of Ed. The findings are not that much different from what we went over in June when we adopted the new budget. And so the next chance that we'll have to see if there are major changes in our financial situation will be our first interim report in December.
Okay, opening it up to the board for any questions or comments with regards to the unaudited actuals.
Questions?
I'll just wanted to say thank you so much for the work you've done. You've prepared us well, which I think is why we don't have the questions, going back to the study session we had back in June. So I think we're pretty well familiar with where the numbers are. And if you say that there's been just very modest, if any, change from over the summer months, then I think we're in a good place.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, can I get a motion to approve the unaudited actuals for 23-24?
22-23.
22-23, sorry.
So motion to approve unaudited actuals for fiscal year 22-23.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, now resolution 2023-2024/5, resolution adopting the GAN limit. Back to you, Ms. Van Bronckhorst.
Thank you, President Lee. Each year, the board is asked to approve the appropriations limits according to the California Constitution, and that is called the GAN limit. And so I recommend that you approve resolution 2023-2024/5, adopting this limit.
Are there any questions or comments with regards to this item? Seeing as if there are none, can I get a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion to approve resolution 2023-2024/5, adopting the GAN limit.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Great, carries. Thank you very much. Item 17, consideration of future agenda items. Anything for a future agenda? All right. Then I will entertain.
Motion to approve. Sorry. Motion to adjourn.
Was there a second?
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 7:19
I
p.m.
think that might be a